stop it. You already messed up the intro of the episode. Okay. Yo, what's up, y'all? This your boy Raw coming at you raw. I got a game in episode 8 for you dudes, but first, before we go in and introduce our special guests and our normal, I want you guys to drop a like on the video. It doesn't take any money to like, nor does it to subscribe. It may take a little energy though, but it will be appreciative if you do so. Now, let's introduce our special guest in gaming episode 8. And that is my boy, my old-time friend, first time here, Turtles Live. Turtles, say something to the people.
What's up, y'all? I mean, Wilson, thanks for having me on the show, and you too, Fresh. I mean, I've known you guys ever since, like, way back whenever I first got this PlayStation, so it's really good to finally reunite with you guys.
Heck yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
All right. And just for content's sake, right, Turtles is a YouTuber, and Turtles, just hit him with what you do when you intro your stuff. Hit him with that.
Alright, what is going on, girls, boys, turtles, and toys? It's your boy Turtles Live here, back to you with another episode of Gaming Talk.
Oh! I like it, guys. I like it. He can make it work, man. Alright. Now, bringing in the fray, again, from episode 1 to episode 8, my boy, Fresh, say something to the people.
Woo! PrinceThaGamer back at y'all with episode 8. And, check out my channel, subscribe to me to be updated on more gaming news, and check out my latest videos, and let's talk gaming.
And speaking of all that, all my boys' channels will be in the description below. And I'm gonna do something else. I'm gonna make it an annotation. When their names pop up, you're gonna see an annotation to their channel. Now, stop by their channel after the episode. Don't just click their channel and stop listening to the episode. Check them out after the show. Turtles do great content. Fresh does great content. And subscribe here for more gaming news from console to PC, and maybe even tablets and phones. But let's do this. The first 3 topics is Uncharted is finally finished. The second one is PlayStation 4.5. The third one, which is topic of the show, Nintendo NX controller and power. And then a subtopic, a new subtopic. We're going to get to the new subtopic. I'm going to announce it here. What do you want to play right now? And we're going to explain what that means later in the episode. And all these subjects will be all organized time frames and all in the description below, so you can skip to the subject in which you want to hear. You don't need to just wait here until your subject of choice comes up. It'll be all in the description, so you don't have to wait. But yes, let's start gaming episode 8 with the first subject. Okay, we're on the first topic, and it is Uncharted is finally finished. The question is, guys, are you excited about Uncharted? And also, will it get delayed again? I know I'm asking the second question, but come on now. Like, how many times this game has been finished and they just said, hold up, let's change this? So, any range of questions that can come out and you answer. Turtles, you special guest, I would like you to answer it first. How do you feel about it being finally finished? What's your excitement level? And do you think it's actually finished? Or you think they're catfishing us? Go.
Well, I mean, honestly, I'm honestly really hyped for this. I've been playing the Uncharted series recently, and so I'm pretty much halfway there. So, and I'm really getting into it. And like, I played the beta, and it was all really smooth and stuff like that.
Oh,
it was good. Yeah, I know. Like, and it was a lot better than I expected it would be. Not like those Black Ops 3 servers all.
What's that? It's no good.
What you say?
Yeah. But anyways, I really do believe they're finally finished, because like the last time they delayed it, they said it was for like manufacturing purposes. So I feel like we'll finally be able to go ahead and get the game hands-on at this date.
Yes, indeed. Turtles, I'm there with you, but Fresh, you go in the fray. Are you excited? How you feel about it? And do you think it's over? Do you think it's really finished?
Well, my excitement level was at a 9.
A 9? Not a 10?
Breaking the scale. I'm sorry. It's breaking the scale.
Okay.
Let me say this, man. It's Naughty Dog. Okay? It's Naughty Dog. When they say a game is going gold, that's it. It's over. May 10th, we are actually going to have our hands on it. I know it feels like a dream when we get the game, bring it home, or whoever's downloading right now. Listen, May 10th is the day. I'm super excited. Congrats to Naughty Dog on finally completing this game, and let's go, Uncharted. And that yeah, you're right about that multiplayer though. It's one of the smoothest multiplayer games I played. You know, besides
like a Pixar movie.
Oh
yeah, that's definitely got some. People who some designers from the Order 1886 was on board making that, right? You know that, right?
No way.
For real?
Yeah,
dude, I could tell.
So why they don't have a multiplayer in the Order 1886?
Hey man, that's another conversation, man.
No man, no good.
Look, you need to finish that story. That's what you need to do.
You're right. Like,
good.
Raise your hands if you beat the Order 1886. I'm not raising mine.
I raised.
Wait,
got
did you
nothing
beat
to
it?
do with the Order 1886, honestly.
See, me and Turtles are in the same boat. But Turtles, go ahead, play it for just reference. Like, wow, this is where we're at now in gaming. You know what I mean? Just
Stunning.
To see how far we came from the 2-bit era.
It's stunning.
8-bit era, I should say. It's very stunning.
Yeah, honestly, it looks like a good concept, and like I feel like if I'm gonna play it, it's gonna be good. But people keep telling me it's too short, but I mean, it's like one of those short and sweet games that I'm believing right now, right?
Definitely.
It's a 6-hour game. Like
Mirror's Edge was short, and it was a beauty of a game. I don't know if y'all played the Mirror's Edge on 360 or PS3, but Mirror's Edge was a very short game. People criticized it by its shortness, but boy, fans loved the fact that it just nailed what it nailed. Y'all played Mirror's Edge first of all?
Yeah, I played Mirror's Edge. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Hey, if Uncharted was short like a Mirror's Edge or The Order, of course it'll be criticized. But dude, do you think would y'all like that, or y'all want? How long do y'all want Uncharted 4 to be?
Hold up. What you call it was short? Watch Dogs, Infamous Second Son, and I ain't getting no complaints about that.
Well, the story wasn't short because you got to replay it twice on good and bad, you know.
Yeah, true.
But wants like how long do you want Uncharted 4 to be?
I'll say
honestly,
go ahead.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of long games, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Not
you want to get old on them?
Night.
Let me say this about Arkham Knight. That game had like 12 endings. Like you were like, oh, it's done, and then it kept going. Oh no, it's done now. It kept going. Exactly. Okay, it's definitely done, and it kept going. It really took that page out of the Nolan films. Like, come on,
that had me tired, man.
Remember The Dark Knight when it ended on Joker sticking his head out the car? I thought literally black screen credits. You know, I thought that was going to happen, but then they said nope. And then also the scene where the Harvey Dent, spoiler if you don't want to hear about The Dark Knight, but shoot, you should have been seen it by now.
Knight.
No, I'm talking about The Dark Knight. You know, the second
guy.
Yeah.
No, not him. I'm talking about the movie, the Christopher Nolan films, okay? You thought I was messing up, huh?
Yeah.
Say it. Okay, listen. When Harvey Dent turned over and revealed that he was Two-Face, I thought credits was about to end. I thought black screen credits about to roll, and we're gonna be like, oh, next movie, Two-Face and Two-Face and Joker.
All right, look, all right. Let's not go on Batman. We talking about Uncharted 4 now. That length on Uncharted 4, it has to be about 12 hours, man. That's
12 hours? That's a sweet spot.
I say about 12 hours. That's good. It shouldn't be longer. It shouldn't be longer than 12 hours. That's a story-based game.
Okay.
Story, action, and adventure. That's good.
Turtles, how long you want it?
Like, honestly, just as long as it can get, man. Like, I'm a
you
really
want it
big
forever?
fan of those long games. Those long, drawn-out story games. Like, I don't want no short and sweet. Get me immersed into that game.
Get me immersed. Let me say this. I love it how TV shows, and I didn't even answer the question myself. I'm excited about Uncharted, and is it going to come out? I think it's going to get delayed some more, guys. I'm sorry, but anyway, the length of the story is. Let me say this.
Say those words and keep talking.
Yeah, let me say this.
Good, man.
Let me say this, man. Come on, man. Like a game like that, a game that everyone's hyped for, you need to have that game pitched perfectly. You know what I mean? Like, not perfect, nothing's perfect, but you gotta have that game, everything about it on point. Now, look, as far as delay, it may come out May 10th, whatever, it may come out, but as far as the servers and all that stuff, like, the actual game may not come out until a week later or 3 days later.
They already listen. You gotta listen. If you hadn't read the article of it, they actually sending the game out now. They actually sending it out. So manufacturers and stuff like that, they actually have an early copy of the game and downloading it onto the PS4. So like you gotta understand when they showed The Last of Us, people didn't believe. Like you thought the same thing. Like that game has to be on point, just like how it is in the trailer, and it actually is. Yeah. And just like that Uncharted 4 trailer we saw at E3 2014, it looks exactly like it, if not better. So I think it's Naughty Dog, man. Like we don't know them to do things like this. Only reason why they would probably delay it is because like before, like pre-delays before, like they trying to work on it some more or whatever. But in this case, nah, man. All they got to do is focus on their multiplayer, and they probably playing through it right now on the PS4 to check any bugs and all that stuff like that. So this is when beta testers actually when it comes to the story single player, they actually get to test it out. You know what I'm saying? So this is the time for them to start looking at the bugs in the story mode.
I'm gonna revisit my answer because we got 5 minutes left on this subject. As far as length goes, I would love for the game to be like how Turtles say, like, okay, you guys ever binge watch the Netflix original series? Like, those episodes be like 45, 50 minutes long, right?
Yeah.
I want every level to be like that. I wanted, if it is 12 levels, I want each level to be like that, because a season, a really good season, is 12 episodes, and each episode is as long as it needs to be. Like, I want to have a level that's maybe 30 minutes long that tells us something good, and then a level that's like 50 minutes long or hour and 50 minutes long. I want to have a range of levels being as long as they need to be. I don't want levels to stay as long. Like, outstay their welcome, right? I don't want levels like that. Like, okay, I'm done with this level, and it's like, continue on. No, the level.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about, but you gotta understand, like they said, this is the biggest Uncharted 4 ever. So you gotta, I understood the scale of Uncharted 4 now, because when I go back to previous Uncharted, there is like, level to, like Uncharted 1 is level to level. Like there's nothing like, you can explore like that. You can like go around. You can walk around, find trophies and certain things here and there, but coming from Uncharted 1 and then Uncharted 2 got a little bigger, and Uncharted 3 got bigger with the little Egypt sand thing type of theme, and now Uncharted 4, they said it's going to be big and somewhat probably open world. So I think like each level was going to have like that variety of things that you could do in it, So I think this game could, from 12 hours story length, if you actually walking around trying to look for things, collectibles they might have into the game, it might end up being 20 hours. So it might end up being longer depending on how long you stay on that certain level.
Yeah, this is another thing, like the open world aspects they tease us on, right? Like, you can't really finish a level on. You can finish a level on the Division, but it marinates back into the single player. You know what I mean? Like back into the main game. And speaking of the Division, Turtles, are you playing that?
Oh yeah, I've been all on that recently.
Oof, sweaty. But okay, before we jump on the next subject, I just want to ask the people, but before I ask the people, I'm just going to say this, it's going to get delayed. But people, do you think it's going to be delayed? Do you think the game is going to come out? Do you think the game is going to be super long? Do you think the game is going to be super short? If you're still here on this topic, I would love for you to drop a like and also answer those questions. My boys' channels will be in the description below. Check them out. And
May 10th.
2017, May 10th, 2017. All right, we're going to move on to the next subject. Stay with us.
May 10th, 2025.
Ah! Did you say? All right, y'all. All right, we're moving on to the next subject. And the next subject is PS4.5. Now, we have to, we have to talk about this because we're enjoying our PS4s right now. Just do. But look, news comes away from I'm trying to think of this. Well, I got it off IGN, but IGN gets it
Kotaku,
from
man. It's rumors.
It's rumors. But let me say this, man. Let me say this about rumors. Sometimes they're right. Now, we're talking and speculating in the sense that it is right are, if you want to tackle it as a rumor, do so. But PS 4.5 is rumored to be able to do 4K gaming in 4K, and now PS4 can already do 4K screenshots. Like it could stream 4K screenshots. It could show you how good a 4K picture is, but it can't do video, nor can it do gaming. Now, a PS4 that can do 4K. The developers look. This rumor comes from what developers were saying at GDC 2016. Sony was asking them like, "Hey man, 4K PS4, what you say?" And leaks are going to happen. You know what I mean? Like, unless you're talking in a vacuum. But like I said, man, PS4.5, what they're nicknaming it, a PS4K. I want to hear Turtles. I want you to start it off again. What do you think about a PS4K? And would you buy a PS4K? And what would they have to do to how to push this out to the mainstream public correctly? Because it could be done incorrectly. Go.
Well, I mean, PS 4.5, it's all about mainly 4K. That's what I'm hearing right now. And so, like, I mean, not a whole lot of people can support 4K. Like, they don't have 4K TVs or something like that. But, I mean, so, like, in order to maybe push this out into the public, like, I mean, society would have to change. We got to bring more 4K TVs out into the general public at, like, cheaper prices and stuff like that. So I mean, I don't feel like it's just really going to be that good, but like maybe the fact that like they changed the specs up a little bit might bring some gamers in, but for the most part, I think they're just going to stick with the PS4 for now.
So you don't think that a PS4K will be announced at E3 this year?
I mean, it might blow away some people, but for the most part,
no. I'm asking, do you think it's going to be announced? I'm not saying will it blow away some people.
Oh, if it will be announced? Well, it's only speculation right now, so I kind of highly doubt it.
Speculation. You're right. Now, Fresh, I want to move on to you to ask you the same question. If you heard it already, then go.
Well, let me say this, man. It's this whole PlayStation 4.5. 4K, PlayStation 4K, whatever it is, it's just wrong. Okay, like it's just a bad time right now. We gotta understand. Look, like Turtle said, not everybody has a 4K TV. Some people just buying a PS4, just got a little, HD 1080p screen right now, HD. They having a good time right now. Just got it and everything. This is the last thing they need to hear about is, oh man, I probably go in my pocket again and get a better TV now, like, and upgrade my console. Like PS4 already sold probably almost over 50 million. Why destroy that? You're winning. You're winning right now. You're dominating the market along with the PlayStation VR. You can't have a PlayStation 4.5 and then throw VR out there and say, oh, it's going to make millions. How are you going to make millions with VR if you're distracting it by making PlayStation 4.5? What you should be doing is making the PlayStation 5 and making it better and focusing on this PlayStation Network before you need to be moving on to a next console talking about 4K.
What, shots fired?
Like,
definitely.
Yeah, shots fired. This is what you need to be doing. Work on what you have right now. Play Sony. They need to work on what they have right now. Fix this network that goes down like every month, and then we talk. Keep working on PlayStation 5 if you're doing it. Don't talk not this midway crap, midway through the cycle. Oh, PlayStation 4.5. No, not this mid-cycle thing. I don't want this. It's a good idea for phones and stuff like that, but when it comes to a console, no, man, because then you're gonna start thinking about, oh, as soon as I get my PlayStation 4K, am I gonna have these settings, or the games are gonna be running as soon as I put my disc in there in 4K, or do I have to go to optional? Because if you gonna have to do that, you might as well go get a PC. You might as well get a PC going through all this. Like consoles, the whole meaning of a console is more convenient and simple. That's the whole point of this. That they have a lot of customers on here, and people quitting PC gaming because you need more things and more parts added to it, like a car. Like, come on now. That's just me. That's just my opinion. I don't think it's a great idea. If they announce it at E3, I would say it's not gonna come out no time soon. They're gonna announce it, but it's not gonna come out no
So
time
you
soon.
do think they're gonna announce a PS4K at E3
I think they're
this
gonna
year?
say something about an upgrade. Let's just say that they're gonna make the graphics 60 frames per second or whatever. But VR is the spotlight right now. That's all I'm saying.
Now here go me, man. Because look, I just wanted to talk, go on what you said about how you say consoles are supposed to be some simple and stuff like that. Now look, PCs. If you want to get a PC that runs in 4K, and that means you got to buy a 4K monitor and graphic cards that can handle it all. And my friend was giving me an estimate of 1,500. That's a lot of dough to drop on a PC that can do it. Now, if you can get a console to do it at a fraction of the price, now listen, man, we all want better, right? Like, I don't think us here want less. I don't think Turtle is like, man, only if these graphics were a little bit 720 are Fresh is saying this solid 30 needs to be a little bit, frames need to drop a little bit. No one is saying that. You know what I mean? Like, we want better. And I think a PS4.5 or PS4K can deliver that. Now, would it be unfair? It will only be unfair if they treat it like how PS4 is to PS3. See, PS4 is to PS3 like a whole different. Like, they're not even brothers. You know what I mean? They're different people, right? Like, PS4, the only way you can play PS3 is through an internet service, right? Like, PS3 can play PS2 through just sticking in. Like, they were a family, right? And my whole thing is, if they do PS4K like they did PS4 to PS3, then yeah, that's a no-no. Bad thing, you can't even, I bought most of all my games digitally. Just to break the question, did anyone else buy most of their games digitally, or y'all physical all day, every day?
Both.
So you half and half. Turtles, how about you? Are you half and half?
I'm a really strong download type person.
So you digital, like me?
Yeah.
Like me?
Yeah.
So yeah, you know what I mean?
Like you.
Look,
no, man, you got discs too.
I do, but listen though. I'm digital mostly. Because I want to be able to just click the game and just get into it. I don't want to have to. Look, that's lazy, right? Like, go find the disc, stick it in the system, and like, oh man, I played 20 minutes of this. Now I want to play something else. Oh, now I gotta take this out, take it in. Like that monotony is avoided digitally, right? You can just click games and go in, and it's just a beautiful thing. Fresh, you can stick a physical game in the system and have a digital game that you like to play, like Destiny, and a physical game like you like to play Mad Max or Metal Gear Solid 5, and you have both games in the system running at the same time. Not literally running at the same time, but you get what I mean. But going back to what I was saying about PS4K, alright, if they do it like that, that's a no-no, right? PS4 to PS3. But if they do it to how PS3 was a PS2, then that's a good thing, because listen, even moving past that, if they do it to how like PC does it, right? Like, you can play a PC game of the past on your modern rig today. If they do it like that with PS4K and even with phones, I can have an iPhone 5 that can play iPhone 6s games. Now there is apps that say you have to have an iPhone 6. It's only for iPhone 6s, right? Like, this is only, and I can definitely see that happening with the PS4K, and that can separate some users. But let me say this: when people move to PS4 from PS3, that separated some users. And of course, the argument could, they waited so long to do it, so it was justifiable. It was time to upgrade. It was time to move on. But my whole thing is, man, I want better, man. I know you want better, but you gotta understand, some PCs right now that run at 4K 30 is struggling. You think a console could do something like that? Like, look, and it's not. You think it's not going to struggle? Look, listen. If they did a PlayStation 4 like I said, PlayStation 4. What we have right now probably sold over 55 million. Like, they might announce it at E3, but you gotta understand, if they did PlayStation 4.5, they would have to tell us. I mean, they would have to advertise this heavy, saying, when you trade in your PS4, you just add on an additional $100 to get the PlayStation 4.5. If that was the case, then all right. But you got to understand, you got over 40 million people that have your console right now. So you mean to tell me that you turn around and upgrade? So you mean all of us got to upgrade now? See,
That's
that's
sad.
another
It's
thing.
only
That's
been
another
3
thing.
years.
That's another thing. If they would have to advertise that. Now, if they do a GameStop method and say turn in your PS4 to get like $10, like no. They would have to, like you said, do it to like $200 towards. And let's say this PS4K is 400 out the gate too, right? Like just like PlayStation VR. Right out the gate is 400 too, like $399, and I would say that would be the sweet spot for PlayStation. If they release a PS4K that's $600, that's not going to look good because then you're like, wow, what the heck, man? I ain't gonna get that.
Ouch.
You're just gonna turn away from it. And now look, the elitists, right? They're gonna drop the dollar to get it, but most of us, we're gonna save our money until it's cheaper. But if they say something like, oh, $200 knocked off the PS4K, so if it is $200 off, it's four. Right, it's $399 again, and that would be enticing, right? It's $600 if you just want to buy it, but if you trade in your PS4 right now, the 500 gig model, you'll get $200 off the PS4K. And I have actually a 2 terabyte in my PS4, so that would probably, if they could say, oh, you got 2 terabytes? Oh, that's $300, knocked off the PS4K. So you're just paying $300 for the PS4K. I would do that. Like,
Nah,
Fresh is
man,
right. Fresh is
I
right.
wouldn't do it.
I feel like if they manufacture this at like $600, it's not going to end up being that good because, like you said, 4K, it's going to take like a lot of money and a lot of energy and stuff like that. So they're going to have to market it at a higher price in order for it to
make a
It's
profit.
terrible, man. That's a bad move. You're winning
Let me
right
say
now.
this.
You're winning.
Yeah, go.
It's stupid. You're winning. You're actually dominating the market, and you're going to make a move like this. Sony listen. If this is true, they got to stop. They got to slow their roll, man. Listen, I know they winning, but you can't go too fast and get cocky. Don't go too fast with this because they'll lose if they do this right now. This is not a good time. We hyped for E3. We excited about it. If they pull something like this, it's going to go down because it's going to be like, dang, you got VR coming out. You got PlayStation 4.5. Like you already broke from the VR. That's going to be probably $500. So you understand. And all the games coming out. You want Horizon. You want The Last Guardian. Anybody got that time to be buying another PlayStation? Come on now.
Let me say this. You're right. But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, if they have it to where how PC can play old games back in the past, and this PS4K, you could play PS4 games on your PS4K. You can play Horizon and all that stuff. And if games are not developed to be in 4K, then obviously you're not going to get 4K games in. But that'll be an investment.
Yeah.
Like if you buy a 4K television right now, that's an investment, right, for the future, because most television shows ain't shooting in 4K. Shucks. People just now on television broadcasts are starting to do 1080p. Most TV shows and stuff like that, they're 1080p, and most of them not in 4K yet. So you buying a 4K TV today would be an investment. You buying a PS4K would be an investment. To say in the future, when they do release games that are in 4K, then you'll be ready. Look, I'm not saying they should announce it at E3. I'm just saying with this rumor standing, people who are looking towards PS4, I would say wait now. See, this is the only negative effect I can see this rumor having on consumers. Because if you were about to buy a PS4 for your birthday next week or whatever, now I'm like, wait, because you could save money and a PS4K might get announced and you put it towards that.
Yeah.
That's the only negative effect I can see this rumor having.
Yeah, it's stupid. Let me say that, like, you gotta understand, man. PlayStation, since the PS1 era, it always been a 5-year cycle when it comes to PlayStations coming out, and for last generation was 6 or 7, so that was probably the longest console generation. On PS3 it had been around longer than previous PlayStations, but I think they are going back to the 5-year or probably 6-year cycle. Because just the way technology is flowing right now, you gotta understand. Yes. And if they do make a PlayStation 4.5, I would say that's a no. Is because just if you want to do 4K and go all out and do 4K 60, wait for PlayStation 5.
Wait now. Look. The time is ticking. The time is almost at the end. Fresh, you got some good points. I want to hear from our viewers. If you're here, Listen to my boys Turtles.
Whoa,
Listen
whoa,
to my
whoa,
boys.
whoa.
No, you can't interrupt me. I just interrupt you. But listen,
Hold on, wait a second. I just want to throw one last thing out there, though. What?
No, it's over, man. We gotta move on to the next subject. Okay,
no,
look,
all right, look,
PS 4.5. You guys think it's gonna come out this year? Do you think they're gonna announce PS4K this year? Are you excited about that announcement? Do you think it's a bad move? Write in the comment section below. My boys' channels will be in the description below. Check them there, and let's move on to the next topic. Fresh, you know what time it is?
Topic of the show.
Why are you saying it like that? Alright. Fresh is right. It is topic of the show. 15 minutes on the clock. Let's do it. The Nintendo NX controller and power. Now, I saw the Nintendo NX's controller, and I'm going to try to have a link in the description below so you guys can go see it too. Now, of course, yeah, it's a rumor, but they patent this. They patent, and the thing does look like a rear view mirror. Now, let me say this about the Nintendo NX controller. Like, if the touchpad was a screen, like, let's look at our DualShock 4's, right? On the PS4, that's the name of the controller. If that was a screen where it'll show Tag Star, they'll show stuff, right? A screen, like an iPhone or whatever, or an Android phone. Would that be smart to have there? Because I drop my controller constantly. I think that thing will be cracked by now. Even if you had put a screen protector on your controller, that would make it even heavier.
Probably made with Gorilla Glass.
Oh, okay, makes sense. But still, at the end of the day, Gorilla Glass, that controller might be $70 then.
Hey, it is what it is. Look at the tablet. Look at the tablet. How much that costs? It's like $100.
Dang it, then it might be $100 for a DualShock 4.
A controller with a screen on it. That'd be worth it.
Let me say this about. But what if the screen? But what if the screen was the whole controller?
I was actually excited at the way the controller looked. I don't care what nobody say. I like that.
I don't know, like putting thumbsticks in the middle of the screen. Like, I think that's gonna be a little.
No, it's on the sides. Like, it's pretty good. I like it.
No, man. What if something happening behind your thumb? You gotta lift up your thumb and see some dude looking at you in the game world. Like, no, none of that, dog.
No, man. No, it's good. It's good.
Nintendo's gonna try their best to like not get behind the thumb.
Yeah, they're gonna have it like find the bad guy, and he's gonna be always behind your thumb, and you're like, where is he? And then you're gonna lift up your thumb, and he's gonna be right there with a knife stabbing you, and you see your light bar.
You got a blind spot. Come on now, like when you turn around in the camera, like you can't see behind your TV, like your come on, it's not like.
What you think that's what it's gonna be?
It's not like if you got a big enough TV, you can see more than a person with a smaller TV.
But you gotta get it's not like that, right? But still, at the end of the day, having things on top of your screen is defeating the purpose of a screen showing you the game. You know, like
it's an oval controller. All right, look. All right, what if they added handles to it? They added handles to it, and. like grips, like the DualShock.
That's gonna look like that one toy. Remember that shake and bop toy? You know what I mean? That one toy where you bop it.
No.
Boom, 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 shake it. Dun, 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 bop it. You know, that's how it's gonna look like. You know?
You really think Nintendo's gonna be a bop it now?
Yeah,
sad. What? Look,
running out of ideas.
Games like Destiny. If they got Destiny 2 coming out on the NX, that might be a different experience on that console. You gotta understand.
Let me say this about Destiny 2.
We were talking about that was on the Wii U, like the Vault be on the screen, like the tablet. We had ideas about that, like you can actually organize your guns in the Wii U tablet controller without going to the Vault. Like that's good. What if they added that in the NX with that controller? So that's what I'm saying. Like it will be different experiences. Like when I played Black Ops 2 on the Wii U, it was a totally different experience from the PS3 version. Definitely.
You're right, but still. All I'm saying is with the whole Wii U controller scheme thing, gamers, we want innovation in everything we touch, right? We want, like the DualShock 4 is innovation, light bar, touchpad, speaker on it, like that's innovation, but that's subtle innovation, right? A crazy innovation. Now look, Nintendo has started the trend on making controllers better than they normally are, right? Like they have buttons that normally wouldn't be in places. Like I would love to have like a scuff controller to where I can put the X and circle button on the DualShock 4 on the back of the controller, so I can do stuff like crouch and aim at the same time. Like, think like that. Think like that. Don't put TVs on your controllers, because you're watching the screen unless you. It's literally how they rumor it to be, a handheld, right? Like, if the NX is literally a handheld, then that makes sense. Like, if the NX is the next version of the I'm about to say DualShock 4. If the NX is the next version of the Nintendo 3DS, right?
3DS?
Then that would make sense. That would make sense. Like, okay, you want a screen on the controller because it's the next DS, right?
That don't make sense.
If it's a handheld, it does.
Honestly, the first thing that I think of whenever I see the NX controller is like those 3D videos on Facebook and stuff like that in virtual reality. So, I mean, I'd rather like drop money on like some sort of VR headset, like the new HTC Vive. Ooh, shout out to that, by the way.
Let me say this about
rather
that.
than like this NX.
That thing is too expensive. You need a computer to run it. Like, that's expensive.
Yeah, I heard that for the HTC Vive, actually I heard PlayStation VR is better than the Oculus. They put PlayStation VR number 2 behind the HTC Vive. HTC Vive, you need a well lit room and you need space to play it.
See?
You need a well lit room to play HTC Vive.
Well,
that's how the Connect One was.
I don't mean specifically like the HTC Vive, but I'm just talking like I would rather drop money on like a VR headset and like get that full experience rather than like the NX and just kind of holding the rear view mirror.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's that Christmas.
Let me say this, man. Look, in Nintendo, we can say all we want, but Nintendo are innovators. They really are innovators in what they do. Like, they were the first ones in the biz that really became like housemark names, right? Like, guys know Mario, guys know Luigi, guys know what's that little dragon?
Bowser. Everybody knows.
No, not Bowser. The little Yoshi. Everyone knows Yoshi. Everyone knows.
It's a dinosaur.
They know Bowser too.
Bowser's
a dragon.
too. He's a dragon, but I meant dinosaur. Okay, with a long tongue. But anyway, like I said, dude. Like I said, they're innovators. So if their controller is crazy, I just hope it works. But moving on from that, let's get to power.
No.
The NX is reported to be able to do 4K streaming already, and you talked about it earlier, and you said it's Destiny 2. Destiny 2 is rumored also to be on the NX, and the community manager on the Bungie side actually said that he debunked one of the rumors. There was two rumors. It was Destiny 2 will be on NX, and another Destiny game called Beyond Destiny will be on the NX, and they made fun of the Beyond Destiny part. They did not debunk the fact that they're going to put Destiny on NX, and if NX gets for Destiny, that's 3 consoles that's going to be able to play Destiny if they drop off PS3 and Xbox 360, if they drop off last gen. And
they should.
They should, but what if Destiny runs better on NX versus PS4 and Xbox One? And we already talked about this PS4K, right? Like, the PS4 can do awesome things and amazing things, but it's handicapped, I believe, because of the fact that the same game that's coming on Xbox is going to come out on PS4, and now the NX. The NX is going to actually force developers to make their game tailored to that console, because the NX is going to have a crazy. It's not going to be no traditional way to play that NX. So Destiny will have to be custom made for that platform. And why would they do it? Because maybe if the rumors are true, the NX could do all games at 900p and 60. If that's true, then people are going to buy the NX. I will buy the NX if I can run all my games in 60 frames per second, because I don't know about you guys, but 60 frames per second is beautiful to play.
Yeah, I agree with you. On that. They PlayStation and Xbox, they're gonna actually be rivals when it comes to that, because when Sony and Xbox, they were still the PS3 and Xbox 360. Nintendo was the first ones to make a move as far as moving to next gen, and Wii U was actually running better than the PS3. So so it does make sense if they announce some type of upgrade for these consoles, all of them right now. So NX is coming out, so you already know Xbox One. Phil Spencer announced that about the upgradable parts for the Xbox One, and for the PS4 as well. I think that's what I think too. I think these consoles that we have right now, I think they should just add parts to it. Something that we can install ourselves to put in to make it run, rival with the NX instead of buying a whole new console.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Now,
talking about? So,
But like
what?
they're not gonna do that obviously because
Yeah, that's
like
what I'm
they want to
saying.
make more money.
Yeah,
and they don't
it's
want to
sad. It's
separate.
okay,
They don't
but
want to separate the
yeah,
user
but I
base.
say next year. I say next year, Raw. Definitely. Your whole dream about everything running in 4K when it comes to PS4 and NX and all that stuff like that. For the PS4, definitely. Next year. Next year you'll see 4.5.
Let me
That's
say
a
this.
definite.
Sony can do it and not fail, and people might get mad, but they won't abandon them and jump on the Xbox. Like, why would you jump off?
Hmm.
If you're a console gamer, you're just gonna look at consoles to jump on to. If Sony does this and people have a reason or a place to jump to, they will. Because I don't think people are gonna jump to Xbox. And I'm sorry, Xbox guys. PlayStation 4 guys are not jumping over to Xbox because we're already used to just good everything, right? With graphics, frame rates, we're
Yeah.
just spoiled. I'm sorry, we're spoiled. Sony spoiled us, right? And I'm not
Yeah.
saying Xbox isn't strong or whatnot. I'm just saying PS4 is stronger. And we're if anything, we're gonna look at NX because if NX is promised to be something that can do all games in 900p 60, I'd rather go into a console that do 900p
That's
in all
different.
60
Yeah.
versus Xbox. Maybe get the 1080p, but stick with the 30. And I say maybe get the 1080p. I stress on the word maybe. But like I said, you know what I mean? Like, for
Yeah.
instance,
They
Star
can't even
Wars
get the
Battlefront,
1080p.
it's 900p on Xbox One. Like, that's a 2016 game. Actually, it's a 20. Actually, when Star Wars
15.
came out?
15. Last
15?
year.
So it's sad.
Yeah.
It's a 2015 game and they can't run it right. Like,
Yeah. That's what
I
I'm
buy
saying.
these.
Like,
I
so the
buy these.
NX power is
Yeah,
good.
go ahead. Yeah, so the NX. We'll look over at the NX before we look at Xbox. If that
Yeah.
becomes a viable option, Turtles, I want you to word in on this. Like, you think you think the NX power is going to threaten PS4 and Xbox One because they already saying rumors now that it's going to be stronger than the Xbox One. What do you think?
Well, I mean, this is a handheld console, right?
That's what they're
But
saying too.
well, I mean, I just feel like it doesn't probably have enough capability to do that. But since you're talking about running games like Destiny 2 and stuff like that, like
Hmm.
if they got more games, then I feel like it might dominate over the PlayStation 4. But I feel like mostly Sony's mostly got it under control. And so,
I think so too. I think
Yeah.
Sony
They
does
doing the
got it
most
under
right now.
wraps.
Yeah.
And I can't wait
They
till
doing the most
E3.
right
This is
now,
going to
man.
be the
Yeah.
biggest
E3.
E3 ever because there's so
No.
many.
Whoa.
It has to be the biggest E3 ever because NX might get announced, PS4K might get announced, Xbox One might say, "Forget this system, we're going PC all the way." Like, and all their fanboys
Yeah.
just
You're
start
right.
crying and throwing their
You're right.
controllers
It's
at
gonna be a
Phil.
lot of. It's gonna be a lot. I can tell it's gonna be a lot of controversy in this E3. It's
It's
gonna be
gonna be
they're gonna
crazy.
come
crazy.
out with an actual Xbox 720.
They're gonna come out with
Oh,
Xbox 2. That's what it is. Oh,
they're gonna be like, I know you
Oh.
guys hate me for liking Uncharted 4, and this is Phil talking, and also talking about Xbox One wants to keep up with the times and being upgradable every year. But look, forget y'all. PC Master Race curtain drops, PC logos everywhere, and all the Xbox stands up and they just start throwing their cups and
yeah,
trash at them. And I can just
yeah,
see Phil blocking all of it, getting hit by it, but smiling at the same time, just smiling hard, like
yeah. I
getting
don't
hit
know. I
by it,
don't know,
just
man. I don't know, man. I don't know because last year E3 was the best E3 in history. Like that, PlayStation, man, they rocked the show last year. I'm sorry.
Let me say this:
They did.
look, we're gonna do our E3 predictions soon as we get closer to the event that happens in June. But
Yeah, I'm
just as
excited
a
for the
sneak peek,
NX though.
a sneak peek. Like, we got 1 minute and 33 seconds before we move on to our next and the
Mm.
last subject.
Wait. Before we move on, NX, they said they're gonna reveal it at E3, right?
Man, that's what they're saying, but there's all a
Is
bunch of
that
he
true?
say,
Like,
you say,
oh,
them say. But this is the question, real quickly. We got 1 minute left.
right.
Start with Turtles. Turtles, who you think gonna win E3? Nintendo, Sony, or Xbox? This is a sneak peek at what we're gonna talk about when E3 comes through on gaming
Well,
episode, whatever.
PS 4.5 or the NX? Honestly, I'd say the NX though.
You think Sony's? I mean, you think Nintendo's gonna win E3 this year?
It's a brand new hybrid combination, but the PS 4.5 it's just a simple upgrade. I mean, it's nothing really.
Hey man, 4K is not a simple upgrade, but it is simple for the PC master race people, guys. But anyway, Fresh, real quickly, we got like 30 seconds left. Who's gonna win E3?
Developers or
Nintendo, Xbox, or Sony?
Sony, definitely.
Okay, Sony. Okay, and I'm gonna go with Nintendo. I'm gonna go with Nintendo this time around because like they can blow us out the water, and I definitely want to play. I never owned a Nintendo console, right? We as a family owned one, but me myself as a grown up never owned it. Went out and bought Nintendo console. PS4 was my first PlayStation. I never went and bought a PlayStation. PS4 was my first PlayStation. I went and bought Xbox all the way back in the day, but now I transformed into a stronger mindset. Sorry, Xbox guys, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
PlayStation 4 is the way to go in the beginning. Get an Xbox One later, but now I'm really saying maybe never get an X. I'm just kidding, guys. But hopefully E3 puts the reason in our heads to buy it that day. Xbox really needs to show something that day, like it's out now, buy it. You know, they need to do something like that because, like, if they don't, it's over. Yeah.
I mean, you going with Nintendo. Remember, VR is like a new console too. Remember that?
VR is a new console. See what I mean? Who's gonna win E3? Who's gonna win E3? Did you just say Rage?
Well, Microsoft got to come out with that HoloLens. Oh,
no, I said New Age.
New Age. Oh. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm looking at Nintendo. Everyone likes new stuff, and Nintendo is already a hallmark name. You know, everyone knows. Yeah. But I'm just going with Nintendo because I want Sony to have competition. I don't want Sony to look at Xbox and say, "Ha!" You know, I want Sony to look at some competitor and say, "Okay, let me strap up." You know, I don't want them to laugh no more. I want Sony to get.
Oh, you know what? I ain't gonna say it. Listen, we can save it for another video. But Nintendo do got free internet. They always have. And if Destiny 2 come out on NX, that's gonna be ridiculous.
It's over.
Free internet? You ain't gotta pay nothing.
Not free internet. Free. You don't need to pay to play online.
No, I'm saying like free. You don't
Internet's
gotta pay
not free.
Online. That's what I mean.
Okay, but anyway, that's all she wrote for that. I know what you're talking about. What you say, Turtle?
That ain't gonna happen with the NX, cause like before PlayStation and like PlayStation 3, it had free internet, but like whenever the PlayStation.
So you think they're gonna have they're gonna charge you for playing internet?
Yeah.
If they do that, then it's over. They missed their chance. Cause think about it, you know what I mean? You'll have more people buy your console if you find out, hey, I can play Destiny 2 without having to pay online. I just need to, like, wow, my internet just has to connect to Bungie servers and we're playing their games. Like, wow, that's what PC does. You know, our internet connects to the servers of the developer. We don't go to Microsoft and say, hey, can we connect to Bungie servers? Like, in Microsoft, like, sure. No, PC, you just go straight to the developer, no middleman. So that's
$400 price tag.
Look, they better do it. And you're right, Turtles. And you're right, Turtle. Actually, no, not. You're right, Fresh. That'd be killer. That'd be killer. But let's move on to the next subject. And like I said, guys, if y'all still with us, drop a like on the video. Also support my boys' channels. Link in the description below. Now let's move on to the last topic, and it's our subtopic. What do you want to play right now? Now, this topic is basically ranges from I want to play Final Fantasy 14 right now, or a game that you don't own, or a game that's not even out yet. I want to play Grand Theft Auto 7 right now. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's just that if you say it, you gotta back it up. You just can't say, I want to play the new Scooby-Doo game that's not released yet, and then just stop, and then say, your turn, Raw. No, you have to explain why would you want to play a game like that. That's what this new segment I'm adding to Gaming Talk, and it's premiering here on episode 8. But I want Turtles to start it off first, Fresh, because he is our special guest. Turtles, what would you
spotlight, sir,
like to play right now?
Well, honestly, there's 2 games I want to play right now. The first one being No Man's Sky, and it's just vast open. Yeah, all of it. It's just so open world. But like the one thing that I'm kind of not liking, but liking at the same time, is like I heard from like a couple of my friends and also some sources from the internet that like they told me you got to go ahead and find the center of the Earth before you could go ahead and play with your friends. I mean, like that's not a bad thing, but that's a pretty long thing to do. Like if you just want to go ahead and jump in and play with your friends, that's like not really a good thing. But you know, for exploring it in the most part, it's pretty good.
No, like, where you heard that?
Ooh, I just heard it from like Game Ranch or something.
It's a lot of news about No Man's Sky right now. They got more gameplay on it.
Well, if you could, if finding the middle of the universe connects you to other players, like I can jump in Fresh game, like, hey Fresh, you found the middle yet? Like, yeah man, I went straight to the middle, dog. You don't understand. I rode this asteroid, saw this space dolphin, this pirate asked me for my booty, and then I went straight to the middle and I saw it and I connected to it, and in the middle it was like this. It was Crash Bandicoot for PS4, man. I got to play the whole game, and then the credits rolled, and I was back in No Man's Sky. It's good, but anyway, and for PC, the PC version of No Man's Sky is Half-Life 3 at the middle of their universe. So yeah, like I said, Doug, if that's the case, that's awesome. You can play with your friends after you beat the game. Speaking. But go ahead,
What's your second
Turtles.
game?
And like, yeah, also like the fact that like you can go ahead and name animals and plants like that. Like if you find a plant, you can name whatever you want, and people could say that you discovered it.
What, Planet Turtles?
Ooh, yeah.
He probably call it
plants.
Turtle Nation. It's just like an aqua world. You don't even have a ship. You don't even have a ship to land on. You know, you just like that one planet on Interstellar where it's just ocean. You know.
Yeah, that was great. That was beautiful.
Yeah, that'd be actually kind of scary. The whole world is water. Like, what the heck is keeping it from just floating out? I guess gravity, whatever. But anyway, look, I forgot my science. But Turtles, what's your second game? You said you had 2 games. What's your second?
Honestly, I'm still pretty hyped for GTA 6 because like I'm a real big fan of GTA 6. I'm grinding on that GTA 5.
I know you had to throw in a GTA. He's Mr. GTA. If you guys didn't know, check out his videos.
But yeah, like especially like the campaign and the free roam, it's still pretty new in my opinion. Honestly, like they keep finding ways to make it fresh and make it more playable again. But like GTA 6, they said it was going to be bigger and better, and like I think they said something about like the whole United States being mapped out, or like if they had a bigger map, I would honestly just be set for life.
Yes, indeed. All right then. That was Turtles' 2 games he would like to be playing right now. And Fresh, if you're up. Try not to pick the same game, but if you have to, do so with style. Now go.
Alrighty. Now, besides Uncharted 4, I got 2 games as well I do want to play, and that's same one he said, No Man's Sky. And the reason why I want to play No Man's Sky is because there's things that they Sean Murray said that he didn't even tell us about, you know, and that's in the game, like black holes and things like that. Something that got to do with time into the game and the way you travel and the way, you know, like we said, name stuff and all that. There's a lot of things that we seen in the gameplay was turned off, you know, compared to updated gameplay. A lot of things that we seen last year was not turned on. So I can't imagine what we might see as soon as we start the game. And they saying like, you know, NPCs talking and you got to learn these languages and do all this other things like that. Like that's probably like the most exciting game that I really want to see and play in my room and just, you know, get into. And I can't wait for that, which is coming out June 21st. Definitely getting that. So my second game, long anticipated, for years, that I want to play right now today, and they need to release it. Oh man, The Last Guardian. Last Guardian. I want to play that right now. They said it's going to be released this year, dude. This game was in the making since 2005. It's been in the making since 2005, but they showed us like 2009. Or 2010 or whatever, and it's been 10 years.
Man, look,
10 years.
Just go play Ico or whatever that game's called.
No.
Wave your stick around and hold that white girl closely.
No, The Last Guardian, man. I want to play this game. I'm excited.
That was an Ico reference. If y'all didn't get it.
Cool.
Whatever.
Eco, and I'm just joking. It is Eco.
Okay, Eco.
Ico.
Whatever.
Yeah, but that's it.
All right. my two games,
2016.
my two games are actually Mass Effect Andromeda, and that was I got two games too. Mass Effect Andromeda. I was an adamant fan of Mass Effect before it was even like talked about on the big on like videos and stuff was showing. I remember reading magazines on it, and and then when the first video came out, I was just so blown away. It was like a No Man's Sky experience, right? Like you can patrol the galaxy as a space ranger, and I was so excited about Mass Effect 1, and then when I played Mass Effect 1, it was everything I wanted it to be, and then 2 was now look, people will say it's better, but I will still say Mass Effect 1 was the best for me, and to me. 3 was still good as well, but 1 it holds a special place in my
I
heart
can see why you say that. Yeah.
because I just followed it like a hawk. Not Hawk, the green guy, the bird, the hawk, uh, following like a mouse that he wants to eat and devour. I was following that game real closely, you know what I mean? And that's why I think it holds a special place in my heart. And I really enjoyed and digged Mass Effect 1 and also the Mass Effect franchise. So Andromeda, I just hope that the game looks at all these other games and say, okay, I could take that, but stay true to Mass Effect. And I would definitely like for them to go back to the RPG elements where like they had No Man's Sky and Mass Effect. Like each planet that each solar system had a planet that you can drive around in and explore, and that was a lot of planets. Now though it was empty. And sometimes you saw some animals, and when you did see animals or life on it, you were like excited. And that's another thing about No Man's Sky. Once you see some life, you get excited. But how many planets on that in that game will have life? We don't know because in our solar system, like we are the only ones in on Earth that's as far as we know. Like they found out there's oceans on Mars and water is not living. I don't even think it's organic. I'm trying to remember my science. I think it's water is inorganic. But at the end of the day, um, if every universe or solar system in No Man's Sky has life, like most of the planets have life, that'd be awesome. But if one planet out of each solar system has life, then that'd be still cool too. But it's just be like I was sleeping on even though Mass Effect was is my pick, one of my favorite Mass Effects. But I was driving that Mako. Write in the comment section if you did too, falling asleep. I would literally drive, have my hand go forward, fall asleep. My cousin was with me at the time. He woke me up and said, "Hey man, wake up! You almost there." And I'm like, "Oh okay." And I
On
continue
what
driving to
game?
my destination. I'm talking about Mass Effect. Like Mass Effect, the planets are so big you can have a good nap while driving. Wake back up. You might be on top of a mountain when you used to be on top of just normal flat ground. Like I went to sleep trying to drive to this spot, and they had no fast travel. You had to drive there, you know. And let me say this, you know, what I mean, that world was so immersive because of that. Like, come on, man, how many of y'all drew to a long drive and fell asleep going there? Like when I was young and used to drive with my folks, and we would drive from New Orleans to somewhere else, or from California, well not California, but some other place. We'll just be driving, and you fall asleep in the back seat, bro. Like I was in Mass Effect falling asleep while
Yeah.
driving. You know, I connected with that game on a personal level, and some would say you was just bored, man. No, I was just tired. You know, you really get tired driving around, and I think that's
Yeah.
gonna happen in No Man's Sky too. You're gonna get tired flying and driving around, but that's okay because that's realistic. If your body is in it, then it's gonna react realistically. So at the end of the day, Andromeda, and I'm gonna be quick with my second title, and that is Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands. I'm an adamant fan of the Tom Clancy brand coming from Xbox, and let me say this about Ghost Recon. I enjoyed Ghost Recon. I really enjoy that because you could go prone in that game, and you can customize your guns to the fullest in those games, and you can crouch in those games. Like for every Tom Clancy game, you can crouch. Like they really did a Ubisoft on us with the Division. Like you can't crouch on that game. Like they hit us with that Ubisoft technique, that Ubisoft mechanics, where you can't crouch. But even in Ubisoft now, they allow the assassins to crouch and hopefully every. Oh, wait a second. Ubisoft is the Division. Wait a second. Wait.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Huh.
Woo!
Okay then. Sad.
What?
What?
Yeah,
Ubisoft make most of our games?
Yeah, too much.
Too much. They need to give Rockstar that franchise. Anyway.
No.
What? Jackie Cars in Wildlands, not Grand Theft Auto? It is Grand Theft Auto.
It's too much. There's no such thing as too much.
Let me say this.
What? Sims on PlayStation 5?
Let me say this, man. That's going to be the real game from Ubisoft and Tom Clancy name. That's going to be the real MVP. Wildlands from Tom Clancy.
Oh man.
Yes, sir.
That
Yes, sir.
game
Y'all all
trash.
excited about Division. Son, Wildlands is going to be the game that goes against GTA. Like Division goes against. Let me say this: Division goes against Destiny, but Wildlands is going to go against GTA because you could go tackle missions with your friends in an open world that looks vast, like some kind of thing off a PC game. That's $1,000. Look,
nah, I'm good.
I can't wait for it.
It's still going to be pretty hard to go up against GTA, though.
Yeah,
I know it will,
man.
but people are going to be.
That's a tactical shooter. Like that's not freedom. There's no freedom in that game.
But you're going to be able to walk around, getting prone.
Walk around, do what? What you
walk
gonna do?
around and do missions all day, bro.
That's what we doing in Division.
Yeah, but in the Division, you can't go prone, and you have to walk everywhere. In the Wildlands, you're going to be able to fly planes.
Yeah, you got bikes.
Get in Jeeps.
It's true.
You don't have bikes in the Division.
Okay, that game is not even going to beat Just Cause 3. Come on now, let's
Just
be
Cause
honest.
3 is not even multiplayer based.
So you can still do more than Ghost Recon Wildlands on that.
How you know? Do you play Ghost Recon Wildlands?
Ghost Recon gameplay, you can't do but so much in Ghost Recon gameplays. You can't. It's always a stiff type of gameplay. No, Ghost Recon never been good.
Ghost Recon Feature Soldier was so smooth. How you gonna compare a third-person shooter to a first-person shooter in that sense?
Ghost Recon is not third-person.
Ghost Recon is third-person. What are you talking about?
Nah, Ghost Recon is not third-person.
You can shoot in first-person, but you could shoot in third-person and walk in third-person.
Yeah, both.
But it's third-person ultimately. You can't walk around the world in first-person.
Ghost Recon never had like great gameplay. Like it's a good game, but the gameplay was just terrible.
Fresh just wasn't
like
good
you
at
can't
it. That's
run around shooting.
Mad.
No, you can't run around and shoot in that game. Like
you
like
could run
that's
around
not
and
that
shoot.
type of game.
Yeah.
I know, but you can't. It's not like a Call of Duty type. Like I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's a cover base. It's a great game.
It's a cover base.
I like that.
But guess what? You know the Division is cover base and it's doing good. Like cover base doesn't. Better. Battlefield is. Let me say this about Battlefield. Battlefield is a good game, but it's two different games. We're trying to. It's like Ghost Recon is the third-person version of Battlefield, basically. Ghost Recon Wildlands is like the third-person version of Battlefield because you're gonna be on planes, you're gonna do helicopters, you're gonna be able to do jeeps, you're gonna be able to. It's the military version of GTA, basically what that game is. But look, we literally reached the 53 seconds of the clock.
Might as well do an hour. You good?
Listen. We're gonna wrap this up. I want you guys to put in the comment section what would you like to be playing right now. It could be ranging from games that's out now or games that are not out yet. I would love to hear you.
Fallout 5.
If follow my boy's channel, description will have all their information. We're gonna go and end this episode 8, and I'm so happy you guys joined me today. Let me say this. Turtles, you're welcome anytime. Hopefully you are normal, because I would love to have you anytime, like, you know, whatever. You know, it's been a great show. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thanks, man. Just hit me up whenever you want to go ahead and do another episode with me.
A turtle versions of Gaming Talk coming to you soon. But Fresh, as well as you're always welcome. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you, sir.
Now, Turtles, I want you to do your sign off and tell people where to find you and what you do.
Oh, my sign off? Alright. I don't know my sign off.
What you mean? What, you just hitting the videos? I gotta watch. What? Come on, do a sign off.
You did my intro. You did my intro also.
Your outro. Your intro.
My outro is my intro.
Cilantro. Listen. You just tell the people what you do and say bye. And tell them where they can find you.
Alright, what's up guys? I'm Turtles Live, and I'm posting a lot of good gaming content. I'm posting a very exclusive series called the Smoker Lady Adventures, if you want to go ahead and check that out.
Ooh.
And also some other weird stuff. And I recommend y'all go ahead and check it out. My link's down in the description below.
That's right.
And I'll see y'all later.
That's right. Now, Fresh, say your sign off. Tell the people where they can find you and what you're doing.
This has been a lovely episode. Thanks for coming up in here, Turtles. We had a good talk. It was good, you know, talking to you again. Haven't talked to you in like 5 years.
Whoa!
So it's good. It's good to me. It's good for you to come back. It's good. And yeah, guys, find me at PrinceThaGamer. Got some good content coming out real soon. Got some unboxings. Got some collector's editions coming out. And yeah, subscribe to my channel and let's game. It's over.
That's right. And this has been Raw, coming at you raw. Before we say our pieces, I just wanted to remind folk that I'm doing a giveaway. Get me to 100 subs, and I got a PS4 and Xbox One gift card for you guys. And look, help my boys get to their goals and growing. Also, I'm doing a series, not the Smoker Lady, but called Miss Division. It's just me. It's not me doing a Tyler Perry Medea, but I am role playing this female division agent. And I would love for you guys to join me in that. It's gonna be fun. But subscribe here for that. But that's all she wrote. Pieces.
Peace.
Bird.
But what I can say is, there might be the same technology in the PS5, and what I'm talking about is VR capabilities on the next platform.